Hey, all right. Welcome to this terrific Tuesday edition of Liquid Lunch. I'm John Tobacco. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Biz TV. Also broadcasting and streaming live on Facebook and our audience out there in social media land. Lots of great stuff going on today. Not in the markets to kick things off. Dow, after a wonderful day yesterday, down a bit today, down 250. We're keeping our eye on that. Bitcoin holds in the range between 9 and 10,000 at 9,700 right now. 10.3 is the next point I'm looking at, where we could see a little bit of an explosion to the upside. And the show moves to the upside, as always, when I'm joined by Frank Morano, who's with me via Zoom. Hi, Frank.
I'm well, John. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. Things are good. Looking forward to hearing from Andy Ngo. We had him on a few months ago after he took that severe beating at the hands of Antifa. But it looks like now he's taking John Banzhaf's route, and he's filed a civil lawsuit against the people who laid the beating on him.
Well, hey, look, I think that is going to be a much greater disincentive than any criminal penalties that any of these looters may face, because with very few exceptions, it looks like many of them are, even those committing, relatively serious crimes, are let out of jail within a day, if they're caught at all.
Right. So this might be a good way to go get them. I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but Nancy Pelosi, all the left was screaming and yelling, Donald Trump cleared the park for a photo op to stand in front of the church with a Bible and blah, blah, blah. Yesterday, they did the ultimate photo op down at Congress. Nancy Pelosi got together the whole crew to kneel in solidarity with Black Lives Matter. If you missed it at home, take a look at this.
It's better not to have on high heels. You see how long it was to have that knee in his neck.
Well, that's your leader in the People's House. They did a kneel session for a photo op, Frank. They had these like satchels around their neck. Well, it was, to me, it was the ultimate photo op. And then I guess Nancy couldn't even get back to her feet. She was like out of breath after taking a knee for 8 minutes.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not. She's 80 years old. I'm not surprised that she would have a difficult time being on her knee for 9 minutes and then getting up. Like a spry teenager. But I think the broader problem with that whole display yesterday is it bothered me that it almost looked exploitive, one, of George Floyd's death for political gain. But okay, if his family doesn't seem to mind, who am I? But the way they were wearing those African garb as scarves, to me, it just comes across as incredibly patronizing. George Floyd wasn't born in Africa. The problems that you're trying to fix as legislators aren't in Africa. They're in the United States. So because people 150, 200 years ago may have been slaves and they came from Africa, that does very little to reform policing today, in my judgment. To me, it looked like blatant pandering, and I think it was insulting to the intelligence of black voters.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I share your sentiments completely. We're going to take a quick break right here, 1 minute. We're going to come back with Andy Ngo. But we did get some exclusive behind-the-scenes footage of what really happened when Nancy Pelosi fell. Take a look at this, and we'll be right back.